Right guys, so today's video is going to be all about the newest iPhone 14 Pro and of course the Pro Max, right? You either already have this phone or of course you're thinking about upgrading and buying the newest 14 Pros. Gosh, I really wanted to, but there's three main things that are really upsetting me about this newest phone. It's really upsetting me. Look, I love technology. I love where technology is going, right? And to see these things, oh, shit. Take a look at this, all right? Now, I typed up Steve Jobs because Steve Jobs reminded me of the innovation that he was pushing at Apple. The innovation, he was pushing, him and his team were really working hard to push the technology of the day further. Touchscreen phones and touchscreen iPhones, well, yeah, iPads as well, you know, to have the technology there before anyone else really did it right. He really strived. He basically worked really, really hard to innovate, okay, to keep things as small as possible, to make the transistors and all the technology as small as possible to basically get a beautiful iPhone, right? I'm telling you now, if he saw the problems, my top three problems that are actually happening to this newest phone, he might be actually spinning in his grave. I actually didn't make that. And no, that's not his grave. I just saw it online. I thought that was kind of interesting. Steve Jobs, fatal error occurred. Slightly cringe. The thing that I like the most, though, is actually the power cord going into the Belkin. Moving on from that, what about this one? Cringe. Once again, I didn't make this. I just found it online. But anyway, if he did see the newest problems happening to the newest phone, gosh, he, in my opinion, would not be happy. Take a look at this. This is going to be number one on my list of three. I mean, you can do it this way. You can even do it this way. You can even do it this way, or even this way. You can do it many ways. Which way do you do it? Let me know in the comments down below. iPhone 14 Pro camera shaking and rattling in TikTok, Snapchat, and other apps. Update. Fix coming next week. Now, look, a lot of people have already heard about this, but if you haven't heard about this, currently at the current operating system, before it gets updated, right? It's making your camera, when you put the camera on in third-party apps such as TikTok, maybe Instagram, maybe others, I don't really know, but it makes your camera, the new really stabilized camera with the magnets inside, it makes it spin really, really fast, makes a grinding sound, and it makes the picture look like you're on goddamn drugs in Grand Theft Auto 5, even 4 actually. Take a look at this. Move the picture over here and watch this. Can you hear that? Look at the picture quality. One more time. Now, there is another video to show you, and I will show you that new video in a second. The sound. The sound is terrible. It sounds like fingernails on the blackboard. It really does. And if it's making this sound, what's going to be the future for these phones that it would making these sounds? Like, see it moving. Is it grinding internally? Is it causing major problems down the road? Is it causing problems now?
You are in for an Apple Store visit. Holy crap.
Holy crap indeed, if I can put the thing back. But yes, let's go back to that. Look at the picture quality. Now look, yes, this is just a software update. Most likely, this is not something that is a permanent problem. Like, oh, better recall all the phones. No, there's probably no need for Apple to recall anything. This is most likely just a software glitch. But when you consider that iPhone has, billions of dollars going into research and development over the years. I mean, I don't know how much Apple's R&D is, but it's probably a fucking lot, right? You would have thought that someone at Apple would have tested the newest phone with the apps of the day, right? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You would have thought that they would have tried these things, right? With all the money that they have got. Come on. Come on. Steve Jobs. Spinning around. Da 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 da. It's a Kylie Minogue song. Anyway, that's one of the major problems. Is this causing irreversible damage? I mean, who knows? At the moment, maybe not. But we will have to wait and see down the track. Number 2 on my list. Number 2, how do you do it? Number 2 on my list is going to be this situation right now. God damn. How do I put this into detail? Okay, so the Lightning port, right? The Lightning port was invented over 10 years ago, and it should have been replaced with USB-C a long time ago. The newest iPads have USB-C in the newest iPads. I just said it before, right? The newest iPhones don't. USB-C is way faster than iPhone's Lightning. And get ready for this. The 48 megapixel. Let me just read it. So from this website, if you guys are interested, Mac Rumors, okay? Mac Rumors is a great little website. iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max models feature an upgraded rear camera system that can shoot 48 megapixel Pro RAW photos, which retain more detail in the image file, I should say, for more editing flexibility if you're a professional photographer, right, and you're using your phone. 48 megapixel Pro RAW photos are very large files indeed, all right, that clock in around 75 megabytes each, according to Apple, and sometimes even larger. This is where it gets interesting or depressing, depending how you look at it. It's more depressing than interesting. But let's have a look at it. Despite those very large image sizes, we have confirmed that the Lightning connector on the iPhone 14 Pro models remains limited to USB 2.0 speeds of up to 480 megabytes per second, like previous models, meaning that transferring full resolution 48 megapixel Pro RAW photos to a Mac or other device, Windows, with a Lightning cable will take a goddamn fucking long time. Samsung, they're back in the research and development team at Samsung, for example. They're just laughing their asses off. They're like, Apple fanboys, why? Why do you choose Apple? They really are, right? The research and development team, and they're literally, they're high-fiving each other when Apple brings out the newest iPhone with still Lightning, when we should be having USB-C. Much faster transfer speeds, right? Okay, where are we up to? Okay, so Lightning cable will take a long time. Apple recommends using iCloud. This is actually the thing from Apple. This is bad. Apple recommends using iCloud photos to access Pro RAW files in full resolution on a Mac or other Apple device, which is what we said before, or to transfer the photos off an iPhone wirelessly by using AirDrop. But the Lightning connector certainly remains a bottleneck. Goddamn! Where's the technology innovation? What's happening to our society? Steve Jobs! Spinning around. Da, 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 da. I wish I knew the lyrics, but I don't. Da, 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 da. I'm actually a Kylie Minogue fan. I should know the lyrics. But anyway, back in 2005. Now look, back in 2015. This is the thing that's going to absolutely shock you. I'm an Apple fanboy. I am an absolute Apple fanboy. I love Apple products. I'm not a big fan on the computer system. I'm more into Windows than Apple. But everything else, iPads, 2 of them, iPhones, multiple, even two or three iPads, even 2 or 3. I've completely forgotten the name of the music players. iPods, a touch iPod, and a couple of other iPods that weren't touch, right? I'm a huge fanboy who apparently can't remember the name iPod for some reason. But this is upsetting me. Back in 2015, the original iPad Pro Lightning connector supported USB 3.0, which was capable of up to 5 gigabits per second speeds based on the specs at the time. But Apple has evidently chosen not to move in this direction for the iPhone. Fortunately, rumors suggest that all iPhone 15 models will be equipped with USB-C ports instead of Lightning. It's too fucking late, but thank you. It's about time, I guess, right? Which should result in speeds of up to 10 gigabits per second or even up to 40 with Thunderbolt 3 supported. So once again, the iPad Pro from 2015 had USB 3.0 in Lightning. But the newest iPhones only have USB 2.0, which came out roughly in the 2000s. Early 2000s. Why? I like that. Remember that meme? The guy with the meme, he pulls off like a big face like, why? It upsets me. It upsets me. It looks like Shia LaBeouf. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And number 3 on my list is going to be all about Esim and Sim cards. God damn, Apple, why? Why? Why did you do this? Hang on. I've said in a previous video that I think eSIM is the way of the future, and I stick with that. I absolutely stick with that, okay? eSIM, removing the whole SIM card thing from a phone is obviously the way of the future, and it's going to allow a lot more space in a phone for manufacturers to be able to put way more technology or even a bigger battery, all right? But did they do this with this new phone? Fuck no. Why didn't they do it? I don't know. God damn it, Steve Jobs spinning around again. Why? Check this out. Now look, by the way, this only applies to the USA, the United States of America's iPhones. The American iPhones have no SIM card available. There's no port on the American iPhones to put a physical SIM in. It's purely eSIM, internal eSIM, okay? But everywhere else, iPhone 14s have a SIM card. Take a look at this. This website, iFixit.com, did a teardown of the newest American iPhones. Once again, the American iPhones have no internal SIM card tray, all right? This does not exist on the American iPhone 14s, but the rest of the world iPhone 14s for some reason has it. Thank goodness the rest of the world has it, because if you wanted a new iPhone, I'd be getting a rest of the world iPhone, not the American version. All right? Wow. So this is what they found. The interior of the newest iPhone Pro models. All right? This is the space of where the SIM card tray would usually be. But because they've taken out the SIM card tray, there's now a big bloody space there with no technology implemented onto it. So they've literally put a big piece of plastic. They've put a huge piece of plastic, a spacer plastic, to hold the screen in place, to hold the phone so it doesn't get pushed in with your finger, so you're not like pushing too hard and your phone caves in with your finger, right? That's the plastic. That's the job of this plastic. They've taken out the SIM tray and replaced it with a bullshit plastic. Why, Apple? Had they put some new technology into this waste of space area, amazing. That's, like I said, eSIM is the way of the future. Take out a bulky earphone, because you remember that Apple were the first to take out the earphone plugs, right? And they replaced it with bigger batteries or newer technology. They pushed more things in, right? But with this, they've literally put a plastic spacer in it. That's honestly the worst thing I've seen Apple's new iPhone do in a long time. This reminds me of Bendgate a couple of years ago. The iPhone, some of the iPhones were easily bendable. I mean, this is on par with that, maybe. I mean, it's terrible. Who did this? You know, I know eSIM is the way of the future, but they should have kept, in my opinion, they should have kept the SIM card tray in all versions around the world, and also had eSIM as an option. And then the next iPhone should have had, or every single iPhone should probably have the SIM card taken out, or at least the Pro's example, for example. And then the Pro phones have a bigger battery, or something actually amazing inside the phone as opposed to a piece of plastic spacer. So look, what do you guys reckon about this? We're making daily videos-ish on this channel. Channel 2, you're on it right now, but of course we also are on Channel 1 where we have almost 25,000 subscribers, travel vlogs and all that shit. No one watches that anymore. Those social medias at Tallboy Gareth. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these problems. Yeah? See you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.